Hi, today I'm going to be making a cheese ball, and it is these are all low protein cheeses. This is dairy free, and so I'm starting off with a Cheese Wizard, which is a medical cheese, and this cheese is pretty much, it's mostly butter, but there is also like a cheese powder in there, but it's the cream cheese base, the medical cream cheese base that's in it. I'm gonna grab a spoon out of here and dump this in the food processor, where I'm gonna put everything. And this is 204 grams of the Cheese Wizard. I get my hands messy anyway. And then I have, this one is the Tofudi's cream cheese, and there is 270 grams of that. Flavor it up a little. I'll add in some jalapenos. These are Mrs. Renfro's jalapenos. The medical bacon bits, I couldn't, I went bad on me, so I couldn't use them. But Taste Connections does make a medical bacon bits, mainly main ingredient, and is wheat starch. And they do use some bacon flavoring, probably from the juices. And I'm probably not going to get all of this in. That's probably about all I'm going to be able to fit in there, except for the Worcestershire sauce. But this is Annie's Worcestershire sauce. The diet doesn't allow us to have any dairy, nuts, beans, cheese, tofu, seeds, flours. We use mostly starches as a replacement. And trying to get this here. If you're sticking to the diet, not a whole lot we can eat off of diet. Off of, besides the medical foods, if you have a low tolerance. Luckily, I don't. But I'm going to add in a couple tablespoons of this. Next door, yeah. There. So we'll put in I'll put in 2 teaspoons. And there's that. And I'm going to blend this all up, and the blender will form it into a ball. After that, I will come back on and show you how it's done. Okay, so I had to add in some breadcrumbs. So this is Ener-G. It has it makes a lot of low protein breads, and so I'm using their breadcrumbs, and it finally got it to the consistency where I can form it into a ball. And so it was still kind of experimenting with the recipe here. So I'm gonna get this out. Kind of like a Play-Doh consistency is what I'm looking for. And so probably didn't need to add in the whole package, but that's what I ended up adding in. Because 94 was not enough, I tried with that. So this is about 300 grams of the bread, of the breadcrumbs. So This is going to be one gigantic ball. Could probably put 2 balls here. So I'm just going to form this into a ball here. There. And just use my hands. And there's that. Now we can just stick this in the fridge for it to harden for a while. And when I come back, I'll be rolling it in some pretzels. I'm using pretzels, some gluten-free pretzels instead of nuts with this one as the coating. And thank you for your time. Again, when I have I'm trying to finish off the cheese ball that we made last night. And so I'm just taking it out of the fridge now, out of the plastic wrap. While I'm on the subject of plastic wrap, a few tips here. There's holes on the sides of the plastic wrap box, and if you punch those out, it makes it a lot easier to roll, and so you don't end up with a giant plastic mess. And so this is the cheese ball, the ginormous cheese ball I made last night. And so I have some pretzel crumbs here that I'm gonna be rolling this in, and I'll turn the camera down a little so that you can see. There. So I'm gonna roll this. And I will, so I'm spilling pretzels all over the place. Put the measurements on everything in the description and down below. The pretzels that I crushed last night, you pretty much need a sledgehammer, I found out, in order to crush pretzels, because they are really hard to crush. And this is by no means a clean project. It is very messy. Okay, so better to have too much than too little. But if you can't get it to stick really well, you can just pick it up and put on. But I'm just picking them up and putting them on because it's easier that way. And not making as much of a mess. But this is about 170 grams of pretzels that are crushed. And they're the Glutino's pretzel crusts, pretzel sticks. So these are gluten-free pretzels. But all of the cheeses I use in this are 1 gram or less.